Hello and welcome to everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today we will talk about occlusal interferences and what are the types and what is the definition of the occlusal interferences. So let's begin. Interferences are undesirable occlusal contacts that may produce mandibular deviation during closure to maximal anticipation that just may hinder smooth passage to and from the intercuspal position. So they are prevent any smoothing passage or any smoothing movement of mandibular through the contacts that are called interferences. Now we'll begin with the four types of occlusal interferences. We have centric and working, non-working, and protrusive interferences. So let's begin with the centric interferences. The centric interferences is a premature contact that occurs when the mandible closes with the condyles in their optimal position in the glenoid fossa. It will cause deflection of mandible in a posterior, anterior, or lateral direction. But the question is, how can I determine the centric interferences? So we can ask the patient to squeeze the teeth together. Okay, the direction in which the mandible deviates or make deviation to more closed position, a position maximum occlusal contact is called centric interference. So how can we solve this problem? Okay, we can we can using articulating paper to mark and that interfacing contacts and remove it carefully. In addition, grinding the slopes are summarized by MUDL. That's meaning removing the contacts between the mesial slope of upper maxillary teeth and distal slope of lower mandibular teeth, so should be reduced carefully. Okay, and now let's move to the working interferences. The working interferences may happen when there is contact between the maxillary and mandibular posterior teeth on the same side of the arches as the direction in which the mandible has been moved. So, any contact, any interferences during the mandible and the working movement should be minimized and should be reduced. So we can summarize it by 4 letters. That's called LUBL. So that meaning that's grinding the lingual incline of the buccal cusp of the upper teeth and buccal incline of the lingual cusp of the lower teeth. As we know, that's reducing of these cusps should be carefully to minimize any damaging, because we need the occlusion should be intact, not to lose the occlusion. Then let's move to the third interference, is non-working interference. So, non-working interference is an occlusal contact between maxillary and mandibular teeth on the side of the arches opposite the direction in which the mandible has moved in lateral excursion. That's meaning non-working side is the position of the arch where the teeth should be not contact, and this is non-working side. Okay, that's any contact of non-working side should be minimized to reduce any effect and any force happened on non-working side. So it's summarized again by 4 letters, but now it's called BULL. So it meaning grinding the buccal incline of upper lingual cusp or lingual incline of lower buccal cusp. And last, not least, the protrusive interferences. The protrusive interferences, that is meaning when you moving mandible in the protrusive movement and the posterior teeth should not be in contact. So any contact in posterior teeth should be relieved and reduced carefully. So how we can do that? The rule of removing protrusive interferences is called, by summarizing 4 letters, DUML. So it meaning grinding the distal inclines of upper or mesial inclines of lower. So thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.